Hey, yo, it's me, Pops Van Marmalade, and you're watching the Comics-Related Madness Network. Uh-huh. So come get some. CromCon. CromCon.
Fairview's coffee has mysteriously gone missing. Mayhem ensues when strange, coffee-craving zombies plague the city. Detective Mickey Potatoes, an overworked public servant, uncovers why ordinary citizens are losing their minds and how to stop the coffee apocalypse. But it involves the mafia. And when you're dealing with mafia crime families, nothing is ever easy. The mafia controls everything in the city, including the police, including him. If he breaks the mafia, they will break him. So, the city is without coffee. The city is burning before his very eyes, but he's powerless. Detective Potatoes has the power to stop the coffee apocalypse, but if he does, he could lose everything.
Yo, Pops Van Zant here. The Madness Comic Network is evolving into the Madness Roku Network. We're taking our stuff to Roku. We're joining great channels like the American Horrors channel. We're taking our stuff over there, guys. We love it over there. You're going to love what we bring you. We got some great shows, all kinds of different stuff. Come join the madness, yo. Madness Roku Network right here. Peace.
The Madness Comic Network and Comic-Related Madness proudly presents Monday Madness, featuring Pops and the Richness, and indie creators from around the world. Tune in to our content on Comic Talk with Pops Van Zandt on YouTube.
Hey, what's going down? Just had that little tribute at the beginning of the show. Fallen heroes, yo. Real heroes. That's what this is about. A lot of people write stories about heroes and heroism. And sometimes people forget that heroism is actually acting on, your morals and your stance, and actually doing something. Holding up a sign. That's not heroic. That's activism. It maybe gets a point across, but it's not heroic. Heroic is actually getting into the fire. It's actually getting into the crossfire. It's actually carrying a body off a battlefield. That's heroic. Remember that, man. Some people get lost in what really is. I didn't do no intro for me, but I'm gonna do one for my boy because I can.
I'm a strange guy.
Really?
You're gonna get what's up?
No. I don't want to hear your shit. No. I don't want to fucking hear shit.
What's happening?
Yeah, just chilling. Nothing.
Yeah. Nothing.
Nothing at all.
That's all you got. That's all you got. Rich
Well,
was
I'm,
out throwing axes, yo.
What?
I heard Rich was out throwing axes.
Yeah, man, I'm a pretty good fucking shot. I don't miss the bullseye, kid, for real. I'm deadly with that shit, man. I'm dead serious.
I'm sure you are, dude. You hanging out at them pubs where them dudes be launching axes. I'm sure you're good at it.
I'm fucking lethal. I'm deadly.
Are you good at dodging them too?
Oh yeah, man. Hell yeah.
I mean, you gotta get out the way, right?
They still gonna hit me. They don't
get out the way.
That shit.
Oh,
My
you
brother,
don't throw them at each other?
Man, if someone throws it after me, if someone throws one of those things after me and they miss, that's it.
I thought you guys threw them at each other. I thought that was the game.
I did. Yeah, I'd be in jail right now, bro, for like mass murder and shit.
Oh shit! What is up, Ron? What's happening? Hey, yo, tonight, 7 o'clock. Ron Romo Art. His name ain't Ron Romo, but on Romo Art, Ron's gonna have Frankie B. Gonna have his boy Matt. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good to watch, yo. Nobody said horse.
I did.
Nobody did. Have you had a haircut lately, Rich? After a few beers, you never know where the axes are flying. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You just don't know. It's good to see you, Ron. It's good to see you. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. Camera on, yo. I'm here. I'm really here. You messed with him so much. What do you expect now? Now you get the light, okay? Now you get to see. See, it used to be dark. You didn't have to look at him as much. Now look, you got to look at him every time. Every time, right? It's your fault.
Not my problem. Yeah, it's not my fault. Not my issue.
No, it says the American Horrors channel, and I'm very clear on that. There is no American Horrors channel. Okay,
Yes,
there ain't one. All right, at least not that I know of, because I don't go looking for porn. Okay,
I do.
I knew you were gonna say it. I had to say it.
I don't look for porn.
He is so easy to set up. Yeah, I just wanted to see his art. Not you. She just wanted to see your art, not you.
I don't want her to see any more of me. She's gonna see more of me.
All right, so we have our first guest down here today. He's one of our sponsors. He's one of the people that made it possible for us to have StreamYard for the whole freaking year, to do this for the last 9 months and up to the end of the year. And I'm just like totally appreciative of everything he's done for us. And
yes, thank you.
I hope that what we've done for him has helped him. Okay, but one thing I want to say is his campaign just funded, just popped over the top. So for all you people that were waiting to see if it funded before you jumped in, you get to jump in now. Okay? The one, the only Mr. Bret Juliano from the Dust Bunny Mafia and Detective Potato.
Hey guys.
Man.
Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for having our back.
It's always a pleasure to have you on.
I
was just looking at your campaign, noticed that you had just popped over. So that's got to be a bit of a relief. You got some time left. It's time to have fun and promote now.
Exactly.
Right?
So,
right?
Yeah. I mean,
All right, so entertain us.
I can't juggle, so I'm out.
What you got for me, man? Do you want to share your screen? Would you rather I did?
You can do it. I mean, if you got it up, otherwise I can.
I'm always prepared, man. Always prepared.
I'm not prepared.
There it is, right there. 57 backers, $2,077 with 7 days left to go. 777. There's a little bit of a theme there. Lucky 7. Okay. What is up? What's up, Will? What's happening, Will? Sam. Will. Sam. Sam. Will. Sam.
Yeah. So the latest campaign is the continuation of my based on a true story mini comics series. This is the 5th installment. We've hit the funding goal, so another at least 32-page mini comic will come out. We're stretching right now. If we hit 2,200 in the next 7 days, I'll upgrade it to add another 8 pages to it. I take real-life mobster stories for people like Al Capone, Jimmy Hoffa, and such, and adapt them, have some fun with it, and give some history about what really happened.
And actually have some of this stuff. It's good stuff, guys. Look, it's done in a like old school newspaper serial form, sort of. You know, it's like, dude, it's great. It's funny stuff. I don't know. Carrie says, "Hail, Bret." What's happening? Let's see. I'd hardly call Household Dust a mafia, though. Dust bunnies, but hey, dust bunnies are famous. People won't know whether to clean it or read it. You want to go ahead and explain to her who the dust bunnies are? What's up? What your characters like? How they what they represent?
Yeah.
And what?
So the Dust Bunny Mafia, they're little, balls of fur like the dust bunnies in a house.
Yes.
Except, I created actual dust bunny, like bunny characters of them. And then some of those are some of the other characters that show up in the comic. It's like Looney Tunes meets The Godfather. So there's a bunch of mobster families, rats, crows, dust bunnies, trying to take over the city and avoid the cops. That's general premise. It's been running for 10 years now. I've got 4 mini collections, a spin-off story, Detective Potatoes, and 3 full-length trades. And next year, after this campaign, I'm planning on running another campaign to take all the true stories so far and make a trade out of them.
Nice.
So,
is that a bottle opener? Look at that.
Yeah, it's a magnetic bottle opener.
Yes.
Stick it on your fridge, and then easy access.
The 4 deuces, get out of here!
Oh my god!
Right. That is awesome.
Yeah, so those 2 were some of the limited edition first 48-hour backer bonuses, and they're both magnetic bottle openers, and they both represent my take on a mob-owned business in the past. So the 4 Deuces was the headquarters of Johnny Torrio and Al Capone of the Chicago outfit. There was their gambling and other venue. And then Galante Cigars was Carmine Galante was known as the cigar He was a New York mafia capo, and I think he had some street boss cred. And basically, he always had a cigar in his mouth. And so I had some fun playing with. I take real life mobbed up businesses and work with designers to create new logos for if those businesses still existed.
Oh my god, man, that's racist.
Hey, I'm part Italian, so really.
I know. Well, what do you? Why such self-hatred, man? Why?
It's the media.
Why? You're half Ginzo. What's wrong with you?
Hold up. That's a beautiful shirt right there. Look at that.
It is.
Thank
Wow, that actually is really nice.
That's a beautiful shirt, dude.
I love that. That really looked like a minor league baseball team shirt. Yeah, I love that.
So,
oh my god. Brad,
so that was based
did you
on.
design that?
I had someone design it for me. I came up with the concept, and I've got a team of different designers that I'll work with for different projects. And so that was one.
I love this.
Thank you.
Man, if I was in the States, I'd buy one.
I can ship overseas. I've got a.
Yeah, but it's like 20-something pounds just to do it.
No, I do print on demand for some of these. And so I've got a place that
So you have
they
a handler
will.
here in the UK who would be able to do that for you? Wow.
Yeah, I'll get you a price.
I'm dead serious. Yeah, I'll get it.
Yeah.
If you have absolutely. I'll fucking get that. I'll wear that shit around. I'll wear it where I teach. You're not. I mean it. If we can get one of these to me, fuck yeah, man, I'll do it. I'll pay for it too, of course. That's dope. Yes, thank you, man. I have shirts now. Yay!
Look,
Look, I'm also easily distractible. That's what Kerry says.
Easily distracted. Yes. Do you stop your missus from dusting to save the mafia?
Well, I'm the one that does the cleaning, so I kick around.
See, he lets the ones that pay him get away. Right. You got to pay for protection, right?
Hmm?
Come on, I know how this works. Sam, it's always good to see you, man. Pop in anytime, and make sure you go check out his campaign. Go check out our Roku campaign. There's some stuff there that you can get really cheap and help us out. Get the Roku channel up and funded. Yo, not gonna stay on that, but I just wanted to say it once.
By the way, Pops, let's talk after this. I think I can. That thing I sent you, I think I can sweeten the deal. Try and get you some help on the channel. So
you help us so much, and I appreciate it. And I'm always willing to talk to you, but always make sure like one of the things I worry about, like with my sponsors, did I help you? Did being part of the network help you throughout the year?
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten some. I mean, I can't, physically say this person,
right,
because you never know where the traffic comes from. But I have had some different orders for Detective Potatoes on my online store that's linked up after my Kickstarter ended. So, and that has been playing for like 6 months now. So
yeah, it's kind of the advantage of setting up a store after your campaign ends too, because then those ads aren't useless anymore. You keep playing them, and people still go looking for your stuff.
Yep.
And there's a place to find it other than crowdfunding. So you guys set up your own place. At least set up some place, even if you're buying into somebody else's storefront. Get some place that you can tell people this is where my stuff is at, because campaigns they end. They end. People still want to find your stuff. Now, look, you've created 12 different things since you started doing this. Has it all been related to the Dust Money Mafia? Okay, so look.
Yep, it all ties in together. So, like, you've got the Comic Related Madness Network. All my Kickstarters are tied together. In one form or another, they relate to the Dust Bunny Mafia. So I've got, I've done 4, and now this is my 5th, based on a true story campaign, taking real life crime stories and adapting them. I have the Detective Potatoes, which is a spinoff that I co-wrote with a friend of mine, Dan Bernstrom, who's a children's author. It's set in my world and features my, my detective character, trying to figure out a coffee apocalypse and try and work with the mob to get that figured out. I've launched 2 trade collections for my Dust Bunnies. Those are my original stories, 132-page full-color comics, like the classic Garfield and Hobbs.
Right.
Let's see, that's 8.
Carrie says, you dress potatoes as detectives, playing with your food, shake my head. Then she says, I want to do a crochet detective potato now. Fuck's sake, Pops, look what your lives do to people's minds. This is
hey, if you want to do a crochet detective potato, I'd like to see it.
Hell yeah, that'd be sweet. I'll tell you what, send me some more than just the one piece of reference art that's on the trailer. Send me a couple pieces of reference art, and if she's serious, I will send her reference art. She can make a crochet.
I mean, I've got a crochet character that I've had done, only I didn't have it here. It's in the other room. I have to dig through a box. So
yeah, everybody loves the crochet crumbs that Cindy made for us. I got 2 of them. I got one that glows in the dark, and then I got the regular green.
Nice.
But it's like, dude, all that stuff's cool. It's all cute. I don't know what Shay would do as cosplay if Bret was on her show. I don't know what she'd do. I know she did. She dressed up as Crometta when she was here. Oh yeah, okay. No, okay. I'll get a few pics of them, so you got a good reference to go by, Carrie, and you can make one for sure. I think Bret would be freaked out over that. That'd be kind of cool. I know I was freaked out when Cindy showed me the little Crom. I was like, get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, I love seeing what different people interpret my characters as. I mean, you can kind of see on the bookshelf behind me, I've got some crochet characters of my Dust Bunnies up there.
See, look, he's got Dust Bunnies. That's awesome.
Then I got bigger, some stuffed animal versions too that I had created. So
that's the plushie kind, right?
Yep, these are more like real plushy stuffed animals. So
now what, Gary? Now what? That is awesome.
And then with the Detective Potatoes, I actually had his partner.
Wait. Yeah, this is
so.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That guy reminds me of Rich. I'm just saying. Put him back up there.
Bret reminds me of like a Philadelphia tough guy mobster from the 30s. I swear to God that this guy's like, hey, how you doing?
I can see him. Hey, Paulie, go take care of that.
I'm serious. It's like, hey, Paulie, I got that thing for you. You did? What about that? What is that thing from that guy from the place? Yeah, I got it from that guy from that place too. You know, it's just yeah. He's in college right now. He's gone for a while. You know, he'll be back later.
She thought so too. That one looks like Rich. Oh, that's great. Both of us thought that, Rich. That's hilarious. All right. So stretch goals, you got extra pages, a brand new BTS bookmark, which I have one of those, by the way, and secrets. And I like secrets. Don't give it all away, man. Don't give it all away. We gave up a couple, but we didn't give up the last one. You got to work for that. You find out that you got to work for that. You know. But what else, Bret? What else? I know there's more. Oh, look at that. Look at that, Rich.
Ouch. Oh, my God.
It's the cover sketch.
So I had that's Geoff Munn. He does Pocket Science Studios. It's and he does a lot of commission work for like he'll do one thing recently. He does D&D commissions. So he'll take people's D&D characters and create, either single characters or scenes with them. But yeah, he's an illustrator I've known for a while. and he actually did the variant cover for Volume 3 of Based on True Story, and I brought him back for Volume 5, and people really like the covers, so I'm like, might as well work with him again. He's a good guy, and so that, if you scroll down, I've got the full image on there with colors and everything.
I love this cartoony style. I'm looking at this for a minute, and the quickest reference that popped into my head was Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
Because of the kinetic energy that the characters have. I love it. I think it's great.
So I actually had a so this scene is based on a New York mobster who was around the same time as Lucky Luciano, and he ran,
of course.
and so he was the lead guy, the lead mobster in the Fulton Fish Market, which is part of the New York port, and he was known. He had the nickname Socks because he wasn't afraid to. Yeah, it wasn't for his way of dressing. It was he wasn't afraid to use his hands or pull out a giant fish and smack people around to get his way.
Yeah, you'd only want to get hit with that once, right?
What about it?
You'd only want to get hit with a fish once.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I had sent this kind of blurb over to him, to Jeff, and told him, here's what I want. Here's some characters for reference. You do your thing. He came back to me with this, and it was awesome. Whole thing along the way. I'm like, keep going. Just do it.
I love it. I love it. I've been a fan of this since the first time I saw it. It's good stuff. So my question now is, going forward, I know you got plans because you already said you want to talk to me about something in the future. So what do you got planned going forward, Bret?
Well, I mean, I've mentioned I'm going to make this into a trade next year. A couple years ago, I did a set of Dust Bunny Mafia playing cards. I'm planning on coming back with a new version of doing my Mobimals characters, where I take real life mobsters who had animal nicknames and I reimagine them as their animal counterparts. So I made a little booklet earlier this year that was like a pinup style booklet on Kickstarter, see if there was still interest, and it overfunded by quite a bit. So there's interest there. So I'm going to make those into a set of playing cards. Probably go on Kickstarter early next year, maybe January, February.
Now, Carrie has an interesting question, and since I do endorse and recommend Fund My Comic, do you have any plans of doing any side-by-side campaigns over there?
I actually am not familiar with Fund My Comic. I've heard everything about Zoop and Indiegogo and Backer Kit, but no, I haven't.
This Fund My Comic is the one that came up out of Indiegogo starting to shadow ban people. Right? A whole bunch of people started getting shadow banned over there. They weren't. You couldn't even find their thing on their site unless you actually had the link to it. But if you went and searched it in their site, it wasn't there. And they were denying that they were doing it and blah, blah, blah. And a whole bunch of people left Indiegogo. Luke Stone from the book Hybrids got together with the developer and they created a new crowdfunding platform. And it's been about 5-6 months. They're doing really well over there. And go check it out. Fundmycomic.com. I mean, Mike Barron's up over there. There's, a bunch of people over there already. Some $20,000 campaigns over there already. They have people looking. They have people buying. Might not be a bad idea. Check it out. And
definitely.
One thing I can guarantee you is that no matter what you do, as long as you don't break the law, whatever you put up there ain't coming down. Nice. Nobody's going to remove it because somebody complained about your whatever. You see what I'm saying? It's like the power of the power of social media has no power there. You put it up, it's going to be there till the end. You know.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. I mean, the reason I really haven't moved to other ones is I've built a decent fan base on Kickstarter.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to, to branch out. I mean, Kickstarter was a leap when I first did it.
Right.
But
like Indiegogo was like the alternative, right?
Yep.
To Kickstarter. And then Indiegogo let all the people down who went there when they left Kickstarter, whether it be fans or creators. It's like Indiegogo kind of dropped the ball when all that was dropped in their lap. They kind of dropped the ball. Well, Luke, pick it up and run for a touchdown. Fund My Comic is what Indiegogo was supposed to be. For the people who don't like Kickstarter, it's like, and I don't mean politically by any means. There's people that don't like Kickstarter because they don't take the money out right now. Okay, if I buy your book the day it launches, who knows what's going to happen to me between now and when they finally take the money out, whether or not I'm going to have any money. Indiegogo, they liked it because they took the money right now. And they knew they had that money in their account to spend. And that was the main difference between the two that I always heard from the fans when I would talk about it, was just one takes the money now, one takes the money later. Now, some people, they're fine with that. Their money's budgeted out. They know they're going to have money 3 weeks from now or whatever. Some people live check to check. You know what I mean? So Luke kind of just picked the ball up where Indiegogo dropped it and said, hey, look, we'll take the money out right now. We'll do, we'll do all that stuff. And it's also, I think, from what I've heard from people, a much more creator friendly platform to build a campaign on.
Yeah.
Easier to build a campaign on, basically, is what people were telling me. So, Will you Carrie, Ron, Carrie, will you you guys be good in the chat, will you?
Rich flashes me all the time. No, I don't. No, I don't. Not when your lady is around.
Oh, jeez, man. I know she's watching too. Hi, Brittany.
Oh, really? Is that right? Well, now it's out. Now the whole thing is out. So
Yep. And nobody needed to know that. Well, back on track. So there you go. Fulton Fish Market, true story. What do people say about the Dust Bunny Mafia? So you got some quotes here from different people.
Yeah, those quotes are all from some true crime historians, podcast hosts, things of that nature. I'm very active in the true crime community, even though I haven't, written a book on it. I contribute and, love picking up books from other authors. And so I feel like that community's really embraced my comics and my take on, the style, even though it's a spin. Because I actually do my research. I don't just, hey, and, throw things up there. And then down below, I've got some quotes from, some Amazon reviews and some different pull quotes from friends and other comic creators. Yeah.
I knew she was watching. I told you. You gave it all up, Rich. You gave it all up. I didn't give
up. Pretty boy decided to open his mouth. You had a good thing going there, buddy. Now
this
you
is
ruined
really
it.
Good stuff, man. You got a whole bunch of people, bunch of comments, 5-star reviews.
Oh yeah,
my kind of comics from the barn. Dust Bunny Mafia is funny, clever, and who can resist a Dust Bunny in a fedora? From the Dragons. PJ Day at Flatbear. Dust Bunny Mafia is wildly funny, cleverly written. It's like Goodfellas except with jokes. Also, Bugs. Brett does a great job creating a world that had me hooked from the first time I read it. Some satisfied customers. Yes.
Satisfied customer.
We like satisfied customers.
I like satisfied customers too.
That's the one I have right there. Based on a true story. There you go. Your cost breakdown for all you people that got to be nosy. There you go. Brett, the Fedora Juliano. There he is. Look, what'd you say about 30s gangster, Rick?
Holy shit. Look at this fucking guy. Oh my God.
That's styling, bro. I'm just saying. That's styling right there. There's no getting around that.
Hey, look, it's Bret the Blade Juliano, wanted in 3 states for malicious slashing, and then for bank robbery and extortion and puppy stealing. Look how nasty this guy is.
And look at him hanging out at Capone's fucking gravesite.
Yeah, man, pizza thief. That's this guy. Holy crap. You're fucking frightening. Good Lord.
You got rewards. You got digital. You got the soldier PDF.
Oh my God.
PDF.
Out of his mind.
Physical copy.
Oh boy.
Physical copy right there. Right there. Making your bones. Getting some extra stuff. Yeah. The Earner. Physical copy of BTS Volume 5. The variant cover. With the fish slap. Yes. And a campaign poker chip. The wise guy gets all that. All that. 2 physical copies and the poker chip. The made member. Hey, I'm a made member. What? Look at that. There you go. All the stuff, man.
That's the catch-up volume. So it gives you all 5 and the poker chip. Poker chip's something I do every campaign. So I create a limited edition poker chip because mobsters and casinos, and
I think I have one with poker chips somewhere, but
yeah, I think I sent you one with the.
I don't know where it is. The problem with packing and then not moving right away is forgetting what's packed in what.
Oh, good. You'll find
When
eventually.
I move and unload it. I'm gonna have to go through each box and try and figure out. Open each box having no idea what's in each box. It's gonna be crazy. Especially when I get to the wall stuff. It's going to be, oh, shit. And I ain't going to have room. I'm going to need a fucking lot of room to put all my stuff back on the walls, man. I'm just saying. I'm going to need a lot of walls. Does Detective Potatoes have a poker chip?
He does. Unfortunately, that's not one of the ones I have in my hand right here.
Oh, what's up?
But yeah, I've got. There's a.
I think I have the yellow one. Maybe not. No, that ain't it. Nope, that ain't it.
I would have figured with Volume 1, I would have sent you this one.
Geez, I don't know if that looks familiar. Oh, yeah, that's it. Okay, because I always look at that side. I don't look at the flamingo side. I always care. When I had them displayed on the wall rack over there, that was the side that you could see. So, yeah, that's the dude I got.
Yep. So that's my take on Bugsy Siegel. So from the first campaign I ran.
All good stuff. T-shirt, more and more and more. Look, you can get all the poker chips too. You can get all the poker chips and all the books. Yep. All signed. You can get the boss. Oh, look, there you go. There you go,
Yep.
Carrie. Right there.
There's a crochet of one of my dust bunnies, Sal, who's the mechanic who breaks more things than he fixes.
That's great. And then there's add-ons. True story. You can get all the stuff. 36 pages, black and white, limited edition, only 25 available. Got guest art. The Mabamos coloring book. Now that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, that was a fun side project where I took my Mabamos characters, and a couple year ago or so, I created a basic coloring book that's like more for kids. That I took my comic panels, stripped out the text, made it all black and white, and so it's like your normal page, and then your normal coloring book. And then this year I decided to come out with a one that's more geared towards teens and adults, and so you've got the nice binding, coil binding on the side. It's heavier paper stock, and so
I like that a lot. That's cool. That is cool. And then you got some original sketches by Jamie Cosley. Gino's Cafe Baseball. You got Legs Diamond. Legs Diamond. Pittsburgh Phil, and yeah, I can see that. Sal. How come this Sal don't look like the other Sal?
It's a guest art.
I guess it does. I was just seeing the green, and it's like, okay. All right. All Frankie playing cards. There you go. All Frankie. They're all Frankie. Frankie the Force. You got to know. Frankie's the hero in the beginning. All right. This is wonderful stuff, man.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I want to see some people get behind this. Look, it's like I said, Bret's one of the people that sponsored us all year, that helped to supply our StreamYard that we used all year. So all the you showrunners on the Madness that use this StreamYard, this is one of the guys, we play his ad for a reason. You see he's got a campaign, man. If you want to help him out, we appreciate it because he's helped us out. And
yes,
we appreciate our sponsors, man, no doubt.
I appreciate you very much, man. Thank you very much for supporting Pops and all of this. And I will be blunt and honest. It's been a rather long time, if I was even around when the Pops talked about, when you decided to sponsor Pops for the year. But man, I really love what you have.
Thank you.
I really do, man.
I like what Pops and the whole crew does, and so when I had heard the opportunity, I'm like, yeah, let's go for it.
It's our job, man. It's absolutely our job. This is what we do. This is what we love to do. We love supporting anybody who has a great story to tell, who has something that's fantastic, that's either groundbreaking or completely original. This is completely original.
Yeah.
And it's a distinct pleasure to have you on. And you should appear more often. I mean, you're a sponsor here. You should at least appear every so often. It would be nice.
That's
so
a
show
fact.
up more often, please. That is a fact. So please show up more often. You're more than welcome. More than welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, I will.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll talk to Pops about that. So,
all right, I'm going to. Now you're welcome if you're not busy to hang out while we shift gears into our next guest and our next campaign. But everybody, Dust Bunny Mafia, it's kind of it's pretty solid. Now I have to fix my I gotta fix my screens because zooming in on stuff makes it like it doesn't work. When you go back to your screen, everything's screwed up. So I want to introduce our next guest, Mr. Tony Bourne. And I think this may be a first. Is this a first, sir? It's the first time you've been on the show, right? Yes. So I'm going to give you a moment to introduce yourself. I just had grandkids come through the door. I'm going to run upstairs to settle them real quick. Rich over there, down there next to you, that's my co-host, and he will keep you entertained while I'm gone. Introduce yourself.
No. I forgot who I am. I don't know. I know. Performance anxiety. Oh, hey man, how you doing? Hey, Tony. I'm Rich. I'm Pops' co-host for the last couple of years over here on Monday Madness. How you doing, my friend?
Not bad.
Excellent.
Really happy to be here.
I am happy that you are here. I am going to get to your campaign in a moment. Okay, of the Bourne identity, of course. I can only imagine how many times you've heard that be said about your last name. All right, now let's see where we're at. Okay. How have you been, by the way? You doing good?
I'm doing good.
Excellent.
The usual life stuff, but other than that, everything's good to go, man. It's been a very interesting year so far.
It sure as hell has. It truly has. It's gone too damn quickly. It's already September.
Yeah.
We're like, wait, what? It just passed. I'm like, what else? Anyway, okay, so we're gonna go directly. I'm gonna go. I don't know if I can. Is that possible? I think we could. Yep. Would you mind if I displayed your Kickstarter campaign? Would that be all right with you?
Please do.
Hey, guess what? I can't access it. That's just great. Well, I don't have I don't have admin. If I had admin, I'd be able to jump in and
Gotcha.
take care of this. But can you share your screen? Would you be able to do that? Would you be able to like open up your Kickstarter campaign and then in the StreamYard go to present and then share your screen? Can you do that? Open up your Kickstarter campaign. It's a separate window, of course.
Yep.
Okay, you got it?
Yep.
Okay, now press. It should be on the bottom of your StreamYard window. If it says present with a plus sign in the monitor, go to share screen and then click share screen again in the blue box. And then if you're whatever browser you're using, if you see the title of your Kickstarter, click on that and then press share on the bottom right. And then you should be able to click on that open window on the bottom. You should be able to do it. At least I hope you are.
I hope so.
I hope so too, because I'm looking pretty ridiculous by not introducing your camera.
It's showing on my screen. I don't know if you guys see it.
We unfortunately do not. How do I solve this problem? I can't really solve this problem. Man, I'm sorry. Anyway, so what I'll do is, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up your Kickstarter in, let me just open up your Kickstarter on this end. Okay, now the title of your book is called The Network.
Yes.
Can you give us a rundown of what The Network is all about?
Network is basically a murder mystery. It takes place after robots and machinery become self-aware and alive. And of course, they end up massacring mankind, or most of the humans on the planet. So as a result, them dealing with emotions and everything else, they decide at the last minute not to wipe us completely out and build a city for the survivors. And years later, there's a murder that happens. And it's the potential of starting a whole new cycle of violence.
About
the combine two different universes, science fiction and drama. So that's basically what the story's about.
Well, excellent, man. Are you the illustrator on this?
I'm it. Writer, illustrator.
The whole thing, huh? Nicely done.
One-man show.
Yeah.
That takes effort.
You're not liking the camera. Play the game. Leave me alone. I had to bring a bunch of down here.
I don't, since I didn't have admin, I can't open up the screen. The screen.
Oh, I got it. I got you.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Thanks, man.
So the story's been 3 years in the making. I started with sketches. I actually put out a video showing some of the sketchbooks that I used to fill. And it was random ideas, thoughts, stuff that played out. Character design is a huge part of it. And then I started going into working pages and then finally production pages. And since I don't normally do color, the color took, I would probably say 25% of the time. So the full book is 160 pages of color, 8.5 by 11, and printing out of a place in Arizona. So it's been a couple years of work to do this.
It's a labor of love, I can assume, isn't it? I mean, if you've done everything on it, that you really wanted to put everything you possibly could into it. What is that I hear in the background?
The PlayStation, just like the fan just wound up really loud for a second.
I thought it was about the trouble
I had
sliding.
to move the mic away from the PlayStation, guys. I don't know. We got. Hey, see some other people popped in the chat while I was gone. Jim O'Reilly. We got UK Medic, a friend of mine from the RC channel. Quentin's over there. What's going on? But Tony I want to introduce myself to you. I'm Pops Van Zant, you know, from the Madness. Hey, dude. Getting all excited and playing. It's like, chill out, boy. All right. We got, can I play the trailer? Rich, want to hit that trailer for me?
I can't play it, man. I can't play it.
You're the one sharing the screen. You got to hit the button.
I'm not sharing the screen. That would be Tony sharing the screen.
Oh, Tony, you want to play the trailer?
I didn't know that was a thing.
Let's do this. Just hit that button.
Yeah. Okay. Again, this is something. I'm sorry, I'm not used to doing this.
That's fine, man. It took me a while to do it. I'm one of the co-hosts.
Is it that long, or is it just playing over and over?
Good question.
How long is this video? Oh man.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna talk about that. All right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put my screen up here, okay, and go ahead and you can go ahead and pull yours down, and let's see here, guys. Let's go ahead, take a look. Let's take a look through this thing. We got The Network, sci-fi murder mystery. The fall of mankind has happened. Complex machines become self-aware and sentient and basically alive. AIs are coming, yo. All right. So who's this person right here? This our hero?
This is the main character. This is Mayu Beckworth. She's a Japanese West Indian homicide detective.
Right.
And the city's called Resurrection. And she's part of the Resurrection PD. And she gets assigned this case. The problem with the case is that it's inside the city itself. The center of the city is robot controlled, and we nickname it Robot Town. It's a walled-in enclosure that nobody knows outside what's going on in there because robots still run things. Unfortunately, the murder is inside the city, so she has to go in there, and as part of her protection, the robots assign her a protector. The protector is basically to keep an insurgency, a human insurgency, from killing her. So that's part of the conflict. So while she's trying to solve this mystery, there's threats going on. There's constant threats going on. And it's basically following her trying to solve this murder. It's one of the first times I've done about 14 books, various topics. This is the first one I'm completely self-publishing. The others were print on demand through Amazon or KDP.
Wow.
I decided to go outside that because I wanted more control.
Okay.
As much fun as I enjoy doing the other books, one of the downsides of doing anything through Amazon is that they control dollar amount. So if you create a book and you post it today for $25, some point their system or algorithm or whoever will downgrade it. So at some point, that same book that you poured your heart and soul in will be $6 or $5 or whatever. So I decided, since I put so much time and effort in this, I wanted to try it outside. Thusly, this is my first time with Kickstarter. So it's it's a whole bunch of things going on, a bunch of challenges going on to do this.
That is a challenge, especially when you're doing it all yourself, man. That's not it's not an easy undertaking under any stretch of the imagination. It takes a lot of courage to do that. You should be proud of yourself, one way or the other. No, I'm dead serious. You accomplished quite a bit, man. You really did.
I hear you. I tell other people that, especially anytime I run into younger artists, I said this is a very strange time where you can actually generate content by yourself. But for me, like, the stories and art is not the hard part. That's the fun part. The marketing is unbelievable.
No.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's why I built the network, the Facebook group, the YouTube channel. That's why I'm going to Roku, is because you guys don't have a corporate conglomerate marketing department that the brand itself sells your stuff without it even having to be any good.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You guys don't have that. So that's where I came into this as a fan, seeing that, you guys needed more people to promote what indie comics are about, what they all do. And that's how I got involved in all this. One thing I'm going to say, this is a small criticism, but shorten that trailer down to about a minute and a half.
Yeah.
Okay?
I put a couple of videos up because, again, it tells you that videos are more important and they vary in length. And this was one of the first slideshows I did. And it does seem really long now.
Definitely. And if you can, any voiceover, because look, sometimes people are listening to this while they're driving down the road.
Interesting.
And a guy like me says, play your video. And you play your video and it's 6 minutes of dead or 2 minutes of dead air for them because they're not looking at the screen. They're not getting the visual, right? So I try to tell people, always put a little voiceover, something on it that tells people what they're seeing or, you know, what its basic synopsis of the book or whatever, where to find it, just something so that when they're listening, they, oh, okay, so when I get home, I can go to blah, blah, blah.com and I can find that book. See what I'm saying?
I see that.
There's all the marketing. It really is just looking at it from the fan's point of view. And how do they sell it to you?
Right.
How do the people that are successful selling you stuff do it? Take those tricks and incorporate them into your own marketing, okay? Because it's the fan they're trying to get to. It's my wallet.
Sure.
Okay, you're not, you know, it's like you're not trying to impress a promoter or another creator. You're trying to get the fan to come out wallet.
Yep.
You see, so look at it from that. How would you sell me? How, you know, what did people do in comics that sell you and get you to actually buy them? And they go, okay, what did that guy do? And incorporate that into what you do. Because marketing it's huge, it's wide open, it changes all the time. You know, there's always a new angle, right? There's always a new angle. Be the guy who comes up with the next angle.
The next big thing. Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build a Roku platform for us and take us to a completely untapped audience, right? People that don't watch YouTube, people that watch streaming services on their TVs.
Yeah.
You know, I want to take our stuff there and show them people what they're missing.
See, that's the interesting thing because my friend, he has 3 kids and they're all in their 20s now. All of them only look at streaming. They don't look at anything else.
Exactly.
They barely look at YouTube. But that's the younger generation that we got to constantly evolve to. You know? I know it's a challenge for me because I'm trying to figure out how to use Instagram correctly every other day. So it's a challenge to everybody. You know?
See, I gave up on that one too. They wouldn't let me. Well, everything I do involves sending somebody to a link somewhere.
Yeah.
I want people to go to your Kickstarter link. I want people to go. You see what I'm saying? It's always about go check this out. And Instagram didn't. I mean, I think there's ways around it now, but back then it's like you couldn't just drop a link and go, "Hey, yo, go check this out." You had to put a thumbnail up there with all the info and hope somebody's going to take the time to copy and paste.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? People are click happy in this internet world. If they don't got something they can just click, they scrolled past that. You know what I mean? You got to have that. There's so many
catch right from start.
Yeah, there's so many
things. Yeah, marketing is the harder part for me. I've noticed that, and I'm glad to hear other people in the same boat.
Dude, that was the main thing that I noticed about pretty much everybody when they first come into this is they got a great product, they got great artists, they got great covers, they got great everything. They have no idea how to get the word out. You see what I'm saying? I mean, shit. When I met Rich, I just started doing CromCon, okay, and we didn't meet because he had a book. We met because I had a guest on that he wanted to talk to, right? Okay, which was his mentor in comics.
My mentor, the immortal Keith Williams.
Yeah. Okay, so Keith was going to be on my show, and Rich hits me up. I don't know who Rich is. Rich hits me up. He's like, "Hey, man, you got Keith Williams on your show? Dude, he's like my dad. Can I come out and talk to him?" And I was like, okay. You know, and it turned out to be a great segment on the show. Yeah. You know, I mean, it was really cool. And Rich has been around, been part of what we do ever since. You know, he had a book called The Incantessi.
That's right.
We did everything we could to make sure people knew about this book. I didn't know Rich. I just met Rich. But that's what I do is I try to get eyes on what you guys do. Because some of you are really good at what you do and just don't know how to get eyes on it.
Yeah.
That's what this show, that's what this network, that's what my Facebook group, that's my YouTube channel. Everything I do is directed to people like you and getting eyes on what you do. So, look, there's other shows in the network. There's other people that do this kind of show where they come out and highlight. We're all over Twitter. We're all over, all over Facebook. And we need more people like you, so we got something to do.
It's a mutual thing. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I'm happy to be involved with this.
I can tell you exactly how I got involved in it. Like when the thing shut all the cons down a few years ago, I turned my Facebook group into a networking and promotion group to help my friends sell comics and help them be seen with what they were doing. It was a little small group. It's like 5 times that or 6 times what it was then now. And we didn't have a YouTube channel. We didn't have any of that other stuff. That's all grown organically out of the love of comics. Stuff like this, look, Rich, I'm digging that right there. It's a big old bug robot.
Jesus Christ.
It's a bug bot, dude.
Oh my God.
Yes.
That's pretty insane. Jesus, my God.
I love
what
it.
Is that? I do too, man. This is some really good stuff.
Good facial expressions.
A lot of life here in some of your sequentials, man. Nicely done.
Yeah.
Very vivid colors for the little bug, for the bug machine. That's just. How is this not funded already?
It's been, I blame myself for the marketing, and it's been stagnant for about 2 weeks, and that's the thing that kind of makes you crazy. Because again, trying to get it out there.
This is the curse of the Kickstarter.
Yeah, with all due respect, if you wind up not achieving your goal, will you relaunch your campaign and possibly step up your efforts to promote this a little bit better, or hold a launch party or an event where people can actually see your book being launched and then get a good idea of where you are? Because trust me when I tell you, half of this is marketing. Half of this is promotion. Half of this is appearing on podcasts all over the damn place. This art here would be really the cat's meow for quite a many podcasters who will have the honor of having you on as a guest. I mean, this is just wow. I mean, I love what you have here. I mean, it's an unusual, beautifully composed comic from what I've seen. Can you scroll up back to see some of the art again, please? I'd love to see that.
I can do that. I was going to say though.
Come on, look at that. Really?
What? So this.
I love it.
I'm looking at this. And when Rich mentioned launch party, I'm not even sure if Tony knows what a launch party is where it comes to it.
Does he? Uh-oh.
Okay, you see what I'm saying? He's new, Rick. He's new to what we do.
Man, I'm almost afraid to ask him if he's ever seen Rocky Horror.
Sometimes somebody's launching a campaign and they'll hit us up and they'll go, hey, man, will you guys go out and do a launch party for us? In which case, we'll set up a show where we come out like an hour before the launch, go through the campaign, show everybody what's going to be available, and then just like tell everybody, hey, it's live now. Bang, when you push the button. We usually have, a bunch of people watching the show at the time because it's a launch party. Everybody wants to see it, right? Other people, you bring if you have other people on the team, you want to bring them out, and everybody just talks about the thing. You hang out for an hour after it starts. And just, hopefully you watch the numbers ding a little bit. But then we also do what we call a closeout party at the other end,
right?
Where we come out and remind everybody, hey, yo, this one's almost done. You better come get it while you can, right? So that handles the end and beginning. But you get that nothing in the middle that you're talking about, right? Mm-hmm. This is when you release to me, this is, I think, how you get people in the middle is that's when you keep some things hidden. You don't put everything up there that you're going to offer right away. And in the middle of the campaign, you just pop out with, hey, did y'all see these plushies? We got plushies. And you bring them all back to look at your campaign again. And then a few days later, did y'all see we got a cat challenge coin or bookmark or trading card or whatever, right?
You just sparks going. I get that. Yeah.
You keep bringing excitement to it. You ever watch a Brian Polito campaign? Every 3 days, they're out there talking about something that they didn't tell you about. And just keep pumping more and more stuff into the campaign. Oh, it's turbocharged. You're going to get black metal covers, blah, 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 blah. They just keep coming at you with more and more stuff. And I'm not saying go buy a whole bunch of stuff.
Right.
I'm saying keep some stuff in reserve to pop out there in the middle of your campaign to regenerate excitement. You know, you got to keep throwing something at the people. It's marketing.
Yeah.
You know? And you saw Bret earlier. He's got little poker chips. Doesn't have a whole bunch of stuff on his campaign. But he makes sure them poker chips are pretty much in all the tiers, right? Except just the book. Everything after that, I think, had the poker chip. You know, it's like just little things like that. Man, he's doing the playing card set, which I think is great for Mafia guys.
that was a good hook for that. You know, that Fulton Street. I'm from New York, so I know where Fulton Street is. See how notorious that used to be. But yeah, again, this is the stuff that
Rich is from Brooklyn. So
about. Yeah. Oh, so he's also a Brooklyn kid. Yeah.
Rich lives in the UK, but he's from Brooklyn.
Okay. That's a culture shake.
And yeah, this stuff looks good. I know Rich had a couple of things he wanted to say about the art when I cut him up, but
yeah, exactly. So I have done this thing now. Forget it. I lost my train of thought.
Well, good. Now you have something to find.
God damn it! You got me again.
It's always there a goal. Things to look for. You know.
Yes, I know. One of them would be my lack of intelligence, which is evident. Oh, God.
Well, don't go looking for the lack of intelligence. Go looking for the intelligence.
Okay? That's right. Yeah. So I see. How dumb I am. God damn it.
Life goals, people. Life goals. I really like this stuff, and I like the bug bots and everything, but this right here kind of gives me that. I don't know if you we got something to play. We're gonna play this. Hold on. What do we got here? Come down the mud, we're gonna get struck for the music, but we'll go ahead and play the video. Yeah, you got to stay in that royalty-free area when it comes to music.
Yeah.
Warn anybody who goes to play that video. Just tell them, hey, you might turn the volume off on that one. What savage? What? Not savage. I love Rich. He knows it. He's my dude. I was also looking at your Facebook page. You're over there on Facebook, right? People can find you there?
Yes, Facebook, Instagram. Right now, it's a big push on both of those platforms just to get word out. It's amazing. There's always a following. Like I have a web comic, the 388th, and every so often I'll make a hardcover of it or a book of it.
Let me see that again. Put that back up there again. Let me see that.
This is the last version. Every year or so, there's a story. The webcomic's been going almost 7 years. Every week there's a new posting. And after the story ends, I try to put out a book. So there's a following for this. And I've been trying to merge the two, at least keep the word out. And again, it's one of those things where there's a lot of people's interest. Like I also post stuff on DeviantArt. I've had a page on there for a long time. And you have interest, but somehow it doesn't translate over. People don't come over and make a pledge on it.
So what's this video here? What are we going to look at on this one?
This long video, but I put it in there just to show how I work and how I put the stuff together. And this is one of those I talk over, but again, it's long video.
How long? How long?
It's long. It's
12 minutes. Holy crap.
Little video.
Again, it's one of those times that you try to put out something just so people can see.
Right.
And you try to generate interest, and that was why I did
this is what you do now with videos like that. Do you have a YouTube channel, Tony?
I do now.
You put them videos on the YouTube, and then you just put the links in the campaign so that, you tell people, hey, man, it's a long video, but you can go check out. And just what you just said, my work process, this is what I do. You can check it out on this video right here. And then because nobody's going to sit on a campaign page and look at 12 minutes of video, but they might sit on YouTube and look at 12 minutes of video because that's why there's YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It definitely, when it comes to that, you want people to get the information for sure. Anything you're imparting. But like I said, when they're looking at your campaign, they're probably not going to spend 12 minutes here looking at that video. You see what I'm saying? They came here to buy it. You already sold them on it. They came here to buy it. You see what I'm saying? So it's you know what it is. It's all marketing. You guys know this. Everybody knows this. If you want to sell books, you got to play the game. You got to draw in the buy it.
Right.
Everybody gets it. What I said to Rich was hilarious. Usually stuff I say about Rich is hilarious. What did I say to Rich that was hilarious? Now that was savage. See? It's
because I'm not ready.
Okay. Oh, dude, that was some serious Harpo Marx look there. Pull the hairs to the sides again. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Three students.
We gotta have fun, man. That's why we're here. Look,
I have no problem being the straight man to the joke. It's because it's all humor. It's all funny. It's all funny. I don't give a shit. I have too much fun with it anyway. It's good.
So these
guys
right here. I want to know the story on those guys right there. What's up with them?
They are prospects to a gang, one of the gangs that run part of the underworld, and they pretty much challenge the cop and her bodyguard, and it doesn't go well. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, good. I look at that. I'm like, prospects to the gang. They got to get beaten in and beaten out. Here we go.
Yep.
Initiations for gangs rarely go well.
Usually not.
Rarely go well.
Was it blood in, blood out type of thing? Yeah.
A bunch of people getting hurt one way or the other.
True.
Tony, your name is familiar to me. I don't know why.
There are people on the planet named Tony.
There's a few, especially Tony from Brooklyn. Yeah.
Especially from Brooklyn.
Were you with any other publishers and stuff before you broke out to do this on your own?
This has all been stuff I've done. I went to high school art and design in New York. I went to School of Visual Arts in New York. And some point, I think it was high school, I realized that I wasn't a superhero guy.
Right.
Going to school in New York really helped me, expose me to a lot of good stuff. Like I discovered Heavy Metal Magazine, and Richard Corbin and Mobius and all these guys were blowing my mind because they weren't doing the traditional superhero stuff. And my class was, 30, 40 kids all doing Batman or Captain America, which is nothing's wrong with that. But I found a different path I wanted to go down.
All 30 guys thought they were going to Marvel to draw Captain America, huh?
that was kind of the rub, because you're sitting there going, okay, there's 40 of us in this one class. There's 2 or 3 classes. All these kids ain't going on to Marvel. So at some point I realized that I can't even try for a job with those guys because none of my stuff ever fit that mold, you know?
Right.
Good.
And so I just started just trying to do it on my own. And for a number of years, like I did one book I self-funded, and this was back in the mid-90s, and that was a complete cluster because at the time, the only place that was going to get your book out there was Diamond.
Yeah.
And I remember getting that rejection letter and just being crushed, you know?
Yeah. I'm not a fan of Diamond at all.
No.
Diamond ruined comics then, ruined comics again, ruined comics again. Look, when Marvel and DZ did all that dumbass pencils down shit, it wasn't because they wanted to put the pencils down. It's because Diamond wouldn't distribute the books.
Yeah,
that's right.
You know, Diamond has been the cause of so many bad moments in comic history.
Oh yeah. Easy.
You know, I hate him.
I do too.
I was wondering. I don't know. Your name was familiar. You just seemed familiar to me. I thought you might have been part of the Limitless team. I don't know why.
Mm-mm. No, I honestly been just out here doing stuff for myself. And then 2010, I did the Fed and this one series called Gen Egg, which was more of a illustrated book that I self-published, both from almost the same time on Amazon. And Gen Egg had morphed from the one that failed in the 90s, which was a story, and then it was a comic book, and then it was color comic. I did so many iterations of that story, and then it slowly morphed into the web comic, which is the 388th, because it's a side story. It all takes place in that's heavy military science fiction. Two fictional fascist governments go to war, and it's bigger than World War II type of thing. And it's just a story of one unit in that big mishigash of fighting. So that and the Fed actually took off. I actually did 4 books through Amazon, and then I did a celebration book last year, 2 years ago. This was basically the first 3 stories in one book. See how thick it is.
I'm kind of more interested in that than your comic. I'm not gonna lie. Look,
I can talk about all the products. You know, it's all good.
This is the whole thing. You're new here, okay? Yeah. Look, if this thing doesn't fund, don't be discouraged, because next time you're going to have our support through the whole campaign. Okay, we're going to know you. We're going to know what you're doing. We're going to tell everybody about it. Okay, a lot of times this will happen where I'll find out about somebody like Carissa. I met Carissa. She had 2 days left in her campaign.
Wow.
And I'm like,
wow.
How did I not see this before? How could I only got 2 days to work with? You know what I mean? Because I like to promote people's stuff. How much time's left on this?
13 days.
13 days. All right, I think we can do this. We got to get you out on some shows. We got to get you seen. Got to get the Twitter people behind this. Get the Facebook people behind this, because you're doing the Instagram, but look, Twitter's pretty blown up about comics right now. There's a few people like me that do all they do is share, retweet, right? Mm-hmm. They see your bam, okay, they'll put a post up, say, if you got a comment, put it in this train, and then everybody just retweets the train over and over, and that's how people get seen out there on Twitter, right?
That's amazing.
And there's a few people like me that do that. Okay, Tapa does it. Frog G does it. There's a bunch of people out there on Twitter that pretty much what they do is just share what other people are doing. You know, just like I do. So get out there, get on all the platforms. You know, I am Madness Comic on Twitter. Go on there, friend me up, drop a link where I can see it. I will retweet it, and all my people see it. And you know, some of them pick it up and they retweet it. And the more people that like it, the more people are talking about it. And that's how these things grow. You know, I want this to get more eyes. Get more eyes. It looks good. What do you think, Rich?
I think that we should be here a little bit more often to promote your stuff from now on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
invite me? I'll be here.
You draw, right? You draw?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do some open draw streams too, man, where people just come out and hang out. And
Yeah, man, why don't you show up? Yeah, it's usually on a Sunday about 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'd be more than happy to have you over, man. You can promote your stuff at the same time.
I'm there.
That's
all right, I'll send you a friend request if that's okay with you. Would that be all right?
Yeah.
Excellent. Yay. So I'm gonna do that, and then can't send requests. Looks like you may not know this person. Send requests to people who you know personally to see their updates on Facebook. All right, you might have to send one to me for some strange, uncanny reason. I'm going to put down hi and send you a message. That should work, you know, so aha.
Try doing that to my other account too, Rich. Try that. See if it works.
No, I don't want to.
No, you dick.
Oh my god.
Oh, next week I'm gonna need you to be connected to that account, Rich. I ain't gonna be home all weekend.
Oh,
I'm gonna be on the road. I'm taking my equipment with me. I'm taking the equipment with me, but I'm gonna be on the road next weekend. So, you know, we have to make sure that you're connected to that other account just in case my crap don't work.
Right. I can't think.
Yeah,
dude, I've been up to my eyeballs in computer screens all day. Honestly.
Oh,
I've been. Yeah, it is a poor thing. You know how many lesson plans I've got to put together? Christ.
I'm up to there in computer screens every day. All right, Rich, I know it's late over there. It's 9:30.
I gotta go. Tony, nice to meet you. And I will see you. Thanks, sir. Have a good one, man.
Peace out, Rich. Tony, we definitely, like I said, get on some talk to Romo Art that's in the chat right there. He's in the madness, and he's Romo Art on Twitter, I think. He does 2 different shows on the network. One on Monday night, one on Friday night. Talk to him, see if you can get on his show next week before this thing ends or something. Okay, we want to get you out on a couple more shows. But by all means, man, if you just I go to YouTube, man. I'm subscribed to like 500 different comic YouTube channels.
Wow.
There are tons of people out there that do shows
that
highlight content. You just hit them up, man. You know, usually their contact information is in the description of their shows. You know, they're looking for people to be on their shows. There's a lot of them. Sam Vera from Alien in My Toilet, Duty, Catch the Craze. They got a show like 500 episodes they've done already. You know, talk to Sam. You know, he's got there's a bunch, man. Just if you scroll down in the madness and look at all the different shows, half of them aren't our shows. There are other people that drop their links in our group. You know,
I will hit them up.
Yeah, get out there and get seen.
Yeah,
that's what you do. Thank you so much for coming out today, man.
Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
At least drop that link in the madness once a day for the actual campaign so that people can see it, have a chance to go look at it at least once a day. That's, you know, that's what that group is. So, you know, you got, oh, look, there you go. Next Friday, the 22nd.
That sounds like a deal.
That's 11 days from now. You'll have 2 days left on your campaign. And Ron, he's Tony Bourne in the madness. Go find him, talk to him, get that set up, brother. And hello, Mayhem Miracles. What's happening? How you doing? We are just shutting this show down, but we'll be back at 7 o'clock with Romo Art, with the adventures of Matt and Ron. And they got Frankie B. Washington. Do you know Frankie, Tony?
No, I don't.
Kaijus and Cowboys.
How's that so familiar?
Yeah, because it's Frankie B. Washington, bro. I'll bet you know who he is, man. Watch this show tonight. You'll dig it.
Okay.
All right. Everybody have a great day. I'm going to get out of here. I got unruly grandkids upstairs that need firm hand. No, they're great. I just want to go hang out. for a minute. Y'all have a great day. Peace.
Madness Entertainment Group presents the Madness Comic Network with original programming and additional comic-related content.
The Civil War was America's bloodiest conflict. Over 500,000 died to preserve national unity. When the war ended, Confederates like Harley Brogdon headed west, shooting game for the Army and gambling. When a card game turns deadly, Harley shoots in self-defense, killing the card sharp who threw down first. Wilfred Knorr, the card sharp's wealthy father, will stop at nothing to see Harley hang. Harley flees to Cobb's Gap, an old silver mining town at the foot of the Rockies. A remarkably peaceful town, especially after dark. But the sheriff harbors a dark secret, and no one dares go into the mines anymore. Cobb's Gap is full of secrets. People speak in hushed tones of something in the mines. Something worse than their cursed sheriff. Something even the Indians fear from the deepest pits of hell. Every secret will be exposed. Bronze Star. Order your copy at bronzestarcomic.com.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit cb4k.org.